Hello again. Now, I do hope that I'm not about to get a reputation as a gossip monger or somebody who gloats on salacious rumour. But there really is the most peculiar scandal unfolding in this country, which centres around the Prime Minister. And yet, the mainstream media seem awfully shy about discussing it. Part of this may, of course, be because it involves a live criminal case and no newspaper editor wishes to be hauled into court for breaking the sub judice rules. But even taking all that into account, the silence is very odd. A few days ago, a young Ukrainian who has advertised himself variously as an escort and model was charged with starting fires at Keir Starmer's house, another property he used to own, and also a car he once owned. At the weekend, a 26-year-old Romanian was arrested at Luton Airport, and now he's been charged with conspiracy to commit arson. By an astonishing coincidence, he too is a model. His name is Stanislav Papuch, and he may be seen in the thumbnail to this video. It was said when he appeared in court today that he has 4 bank accounts, which struck me as a little strange. Why would a young foreigner living in East London need 4 bank accounts? I ought to mention that the first man who was arrested appears on certain gay dating sites with the invitation to ride me. I am guessing that the second man charged may be in the same general category, although there is of course nothing wrong with that. The question is, what is their connection with the Prime Minister? And if they are indeed involved with the attacks, and so they haven't been brought to trial or anything, but if they did, how on earth would they have found out details about a vehicle and flat which Keir Starmer once owned? Starmer sold the car which was torched to a neighbour last year, and when it was attacked, it was parked in the same street where he was living until the general election. Unless one has access to the vehicle registration details, the only way one would know that this used to be Starmer's car would be if someone had been in it or seen Starmer getting in and out of it. How on earth would anyone know about a flat which Starmer once owned? I'm going to hazard a guess and say that the most likely way that people would know this kind of thing would be not from hacking into the various official records, but more likely by actually visiting the house in question or being a passenger in the car. This raises some very curious questions indeed. What possible connection could the Prime Minister have with 2 young male models or escorts? The police evidently can see some connection, or they would hardly have charged them with these offences. That's not, of course, to say that they are guilty of anything, but rather that the police have established to their own satisfaction that these young men had some kind of link to the Prime Minister. This is putting me very strongly in mind of the Profumo affair in the early 1960s, which helped bring down the Conservative government led by Harold Macmillan, who resigned the year that it became public knowledge. This too involved models or escorts, call them what you will. Older readers will perhaps still remember the names of Christine Keeler and Mandy Rice Davis. The similarities to what is now happening are quite eerie, and although I am attributing neither guilt to the men charged nor wrongdoing on the part of the Prime Minister, I'm bound to say that this has all the hallmarks of a shattering political scandal which is about to break. The question is, which will be the first newspaper to come out and say openly what many people are already thinking?